Hello there and welcome back to Satisfactory. Yes, we're back on Satisfactory once again, going to be continuing a single player playthrough on 1.1. But first, it is, the 4th of July for me, but it'll be, the 5th for you guys. So hopefully y'all had yourselves a great 4th of July, as well. Hopefully it was good. Hopefully you had a good time with family, friends, and all the fireworks and stuff like that. It's very awesome. Now, I don't have very much time to record today, so it's probably going to be a shorter episode as well. But if you want to hear last time, we had got started on our pressure tank, our empty fluid tanks factory. So we're going to be working on that today. Hopefully we can get it done. Pretty sure we'll get it done because that's all we're going to be doing. But yeah, like I said, it's probably going to be a shorter episode, and you're probably going to hear a bunch of explosions in the background. So let's go ahead and get on into it. Let's go. Alrighty then, and here we are. So yeah, you're definitely going to be hearing explosions in the background because people have already started. But yeah, so I was going to record this on Thursday, but then I ended up getting caught up in some preparations for the holiday and stuff like that, and then I ended up recording with Jinx, of course, for the Drive Beyond Horizons episodes during the night, and I was like, yeah, and we ended up, having a good time and whatnot, and well, didn't get any time after that. I was very much not feeling well the next morning. This morning, definitely wasn't feeling well. So, yeah, we're recording this now. They've already started. It's not quite dark yet. We'll be doing fireworks here a little later. So, like I said, probably not gonna be a very long episodes, but I did want to go ahead and finish. We need a blueprinter. I did want to go ahead and finish this factory. At least make an attempt at it. Because yeah, don't have a whole lot of time, but yeah, like I said, hopefully you guys had a great holiday. So, because it'll be after the 4th, of course. But yeah, just don't mind the explosions in the background. We're probably gonna hear a lot of them. I mean, I was already hearing. I could already see it, like when I was testing audio, and some people were shooting off stuff, and it's like, yeah, you could definitely hear that. Especially the big ones, the big mortars. Those things are crazy. Oh, I don't want a blueprint. I need to build a blueprint. That's what I need to be doing. Okay. So we're going to do a little bit of a blueprinter here. We're going to do architecture. I think I'm going to do concrete, build out of concrete pillars. And I think I'm going to build out the concrete pillars facing this way. Maybe. Which would be smoother? Probably the top face, right? Okay, so the way we're going to do this is I'm probably going to end up doing a half circle in this, or maybe even a quarter circle. How many foundations do we want it? I know we definitely want it a decent amount of foundations, so. So basically what I'm going to do here is we're going to go logistics. We're going to go architecture. I'm going to grab myself a foundation here. We're going to go vertical with it. And we're going to go up to... Yeah, we'll go up to that point there. Maybe a 5x5 would be good. I could actually center it like this. And we'll probably have to center it the other way too, if we want a 5x5. Now, if we want a 5x5, we are probably actually, when you're building with pillars, is that big enough? Yeah, that's definitely big enough for some constructors, because we only need to do, what was it? We needed 500. We were going to be doing 500, right? And it's for aluminum ingots, it's 1-to-1 conversion. Yeah. For aluminum ingots, it's 1-to-1 conversion. So, yeah, we'll just do a 5x5 circle then. Yeah, so it'll be pretty small. Oh, that's the other thing to test. Can you put a constructor on this? I've actually never tried to put a constructor on... I guess, no, it's not going to matter. It's not going to matter because it's just going to be that or... Never mind. But though I am curious. I am curious. You can indeed put a constructor on a pillar. I don't think I've ever tried. But yeah, that's, like I said, that's just going to be a thing. Okay. So here's how we're going to build a circle out of pillars. So it's going to be similar to the way you do foundations. It's actually going to be very close to the same method, if not the exact same method. Yeah, it's the exact same method, I think. Okay, so obviously we're not going to be able to do like a 1 meter foundation or whatever, but so we're going to put down a big concrete pillar, and then we're going to put down a second one with default. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go into the zoop mode, and we're going to zoop all the way out. Now actually I might go this big because we can. So I might go that big like that. So we'll go out 5 in each direction. Now doing this with pillars is a little bit more difficult when it comes to, like, with the foundations is a lot easier because they have very specific snapping points. But with the pillars, they do have a specific snapping points, but it's really hard to get at them if they're locked off. So yeah, you see, it's not gonna... Okay, so the way we need to build this is a little bit different. I love how I mention the explosions and then it's pure quiet right now. Maybe they're waiting until dark. I don't know. Well, actually, no, we can do this. We can do this. Of course we can. So we're going to do, I don't know if I'm going to do one tick. We're going to try. Okay, 1 tick's not bad. 1 tick actually is perfect. But yeah, this is the methodology. Same with you do the same with foundations as well, so. And so we do a flat circle. And it always, I believe it always leaves it where, or not always, but it does leave it where you had it. But yeah, we just keep going around and round and round. I need to be very careful about going round and round. I'm still feeling a bit I don't know what to call it. It's almost like jet lag from that night. So we did have a little bit of fun, and not in the not I don't know if it's in the way you're thinking, but we'll call it fun juice. How about that? We'll call it fun juice. Had a lot of fun with some fun juice and some Drive Beyond Horizons, and oh man, was it a trip. I don't even remember half of it. Mainly because by the time we started recording, because we actually had like a 30-minute conversation before. We were talking about this random crap, and then yeah, it just by the time we started recording, I had already drank quite a bit. It was a fun time though. Yeah. Well, trying to play that game, man, it was really, we had something really weird happen as well. And even though I went back and looked at the recording and stuff, I still don't know what happened. It was weird. Like we had a trailer disappear on us. As well, it was very strange, and I never in the recordings, you see it like kind of get disconnected. You can hear the disconnecting sound. You can see it get disconnected and start to go off in one direction, but then I fly out of the windshield because I hit a rock. And when that happened, obviously you couldn't see where the trailer went, but then we went back to where I even, in the video when I was recording it, I even went back to where it had initially disconnected and tried to follow the path, and it was not there. It was like, what? So yeah, I have no idea. I even slowed the video down, and I did like an instant replay shot as well, like because it's just like my friend's just like, why don't you do some instant replay stuff, you know? Just do that, try to find. And I was like, well, I can't really do it now, obviously I'm recording, but we can do it later. And I went back and did that, and I slowed it down to like 50% speed, and you can't see it. And I watched the entire clip first to see if I could even. Got to add the other 2 arms there. Yeah, still was a fun night though. We talked about all kinds of random crap. Yeah, and unfortunately, we were actually able to play the game decently, which is kind of crazy. Okay. So here's our circle. And because I built it out of pillars, it's gonna look more rounded than if I did it with foundations. So yeah, not bad, not bad. That works there. Okay. So I'm gonna get rid of the, should I get rid of the center one? Or should I leave it? Actually, I should leave it. Okay, so just like that. I'm gonna get rid of this top piece. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and remove all of the inner circle bits because we don't need them anymore. This will also save on our resources, but for the most part. Okay. So there's our outer circle. Should we pull it in one? Well, I mean, I might pull it in one, actually. Yeah, how would this look? Yeah, see, if I put it this way, I'd have that gap. I mean, you don't necessarily have the gap there. I mean, it's a decent-sized circle, so maybe it's okay. Well, it's gonna have a bunch of holes in it, isn't it? So should this way be better then? This way might be better. Actually, what if we did this? No. Okay, I need to be careful here too. Okay, so we want to delete that one. And I'd rather have the lines than glitchiness. That one? No. That one. Okay. I need to be very, very careful that I don't mess this up. And I can't put lights on this, unfortunately, because the games, or the blueprinter's not going to allow me to. What I might do is I might do this. go all the way around. Yeah. I'm thinking about going back in. Actually, you know what I should do? I should be leaving these. I'll tell you why in a minute. Yeah, because when I go to delete these, I might accidentally select both. I mean, I need to build a tall wall anyway, right? Yeah. And we'll have to use a 4-meter foundation as well. Okay, and then we go in and... Yeah, see, I think it's select... Yeah, it definitely was selecting more than... Yeah, look, I'm missing a bunch of them. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to delete them all. Let me make sure I'm only deleting concrete pillars. That was risky. Okay, perfect. Oh, wait. There we go. Okay, perfect. Now what we can do is we can zoop these down to the blueprinter. I say, I have an idea. I don't know if it'll work, but it'd be hilarious if it does. We'll just go organization. Let's grab a label sign. Because I assume it's not going to let me place it on the outside here. No. It's overlapping the blueprinter. But what if I put it on this side? The devs probably thought of this, but put it on this side. H. No. Nope. It won't let me do that. Okay. Yeah, basically I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to fill the inside with foundations as best I can. Probably have to do a lot of half foundations and things. But yeah, we'll have a constructor. As well, which will be really nice. But like I said, yeah, we do... Well, we don't have to do a 4-meter foundation. What am I talking about? I can do a 1 meter... Wait a minute. If I can build the entire floor all at once, like floor holes and all, that actually might not be a bad idea. Yeah. I think I might do that. But yeah, I'm going to need a moment. We'll go ahead and build this up. It's not looking too bad though. It's looking like what I want it to look like, so. Alrighty, so moving right along here, I got my blueprint with my lights in place. I even got the blueprint set, the floor hole set. Ooh, I forgot about the other floor hole. Whoops. Hold on. Hold on. Let me get that blueprint. There's one of the explosions. Bam, bam. Yep. Heck yeah. Oh, that must be one of those really expensive ones. That was that loud. You guys know the really expensive ones? The ones that cost like $200-300? And then it's got a bunch of mortar shots in it? Freaking crazy. Don't know if I want to add framing to this or not. I think we'll call that good though. Okay. It's like, yeah, you know, I'll move him in just a little bit. But I'm going to leave this concrete, by the way, because concrete's roughly the color I need anyway. I mean, I could paint them aluminum, but it's the difference is not that much. It's literally slightly darker, so it's just like, you know what? I'm just gonna leave it. Okay. We did save this, right? Yeah, we got it saved. Perfect. Costs 1,000 concrete, that thing. And then I've got my platform right up here, as well. So this is where things are gonna get a little bit hairy. I need to point it that way. Okay. Okay. My platform's a wee bit small. It is a wee bit small, but I think that's centered. Yeah, it's centered. Okay. Ooh. All right. Okay, so there's the first floor. So basically the way I've got this set now. Wait, once it all placed, jeez. There's a lot. Once it's all set, there's a hole here that I'm going to use for an elevator to get down to this floor. So this particular floor is actually going to be solid. There we go. Actually, it was like this, wasn't it? There you go. Okay. So yeah, we've got it all centered there. But yeah, the floors above, it's gonna take an elevator, and we're gonna go straight out here, and then we'll take an elevator to get down once we get past the train stations. Because I don't think you can even put an elevator in there. I'm pretty sure because the elevators are still kind of picky. They haven't fixed that yet. Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, even if I put that in the exact center, it's so picky. But this I understand because there's a lot of stuff poking through. So, but yeah, then we'll have a little walkway to then land here. I might put down a foundation just for the elevator itself. Hold on, foundation. I'm just gonna put a 0.5 meter, 4 meter foundation here. We'll get rid of those real quick. And then half foundation. I want to put it like this. Materials. Okay, grip metal, that's good. Okay. I'll zoop those down. Just gives a little bit of room for our elevator here. All the new factories that I build, I'm trying to incorporate elevators into them. Just because it just works so much better. So yeah, we'll have to put like a wall here on the very outside or very outside edge there. But she does look center. Okay. Perfect. All right, now the way this blueprint works, I should be able to just go into blueprint mode. Now I do got to make sure that I line this up correctly, because the outgoing part of the factory's got to be towards me. So there's 2. Oh yeah, I didn't show the way I had this set. Hold on. Once it builds it, I'll show you how I have this set. So I set it to where each of these constructors makes 100, so that way we need 5 floors. As you can see there, it's got 2 overclockers. I just put it to where it needs 5 floors. Here, have my ingots. There we go. And I think that should be tall enough to look like a fluid tank. Oh, this is gonna look good, actually. Okay. So we got 3, 4. Wow. Well, I'm using 1,000 concrete per floor, so I understand when my 10 concrete uploaders can't keep up. Using 1,000 concrete a second. You know, I'm not even building that. So we'll wait for the concrete to get filled back up. But this should be the final floor. But yeah, making it look like a giant fluid tank, I think is a really good idea. Oh, I thought I had enough. Okay. Yeah, that looks like a fluid tank. Definitely. It looks like the body of a fluid tank anyway. That actually turned out way better than I was originally envisioning. Yeah. Now, it is a little bit weird that it does sit up on top of the train stations, but I really can't do anything about that. I can't. It's such a small space. If this cliffside wasn't as far out as it was, if it was back behind this wall, then yeah, I'd be able to make it work. I'd be able to put the fluid tank in between the two train stations and call it good, but yeah, this is unfortunately this is where it has to be. However, we can completely just cover over the entire train station to make it look like it's sitting on top of the whole thing, and then we just have the big platform, which is okay. The top, I don't know how I'm going to design the top. The top's going to be interesting, but we're not going to do that now anyway. Because that's not really my main focus. But yeah, trying to give this a rounded top, we're going to have to use our sphere method. You guys remember the sphere that we made a long time ago? Well, the partial sphere. I'm going to load that up, partial of that, to see if I can build like the top half of it, or something. Basically using this layout though. Yeah. Also, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to rotate the train stations so that the belts aren't on the inner. Yeah, I need to rotate the train stations so they're on the outer portion. That'll just make things a heck of a lot easier to belt. Yeah, so we'll bring ingots in on this train station, and this is the other reason I pointed it this way. There's a few reasons, but the other reason I pointed it this way is because ingots are coming in on this side, and then the tanks are coming out on this side, so they'll go into the outbound train station immediately without having to cross back over or anything like that. So, yeah, looking pretty good so far. Just gotta work on getting everything connected to the train stations, and then we'll send this train out to go and get aluminum ingots, so that we can, because we have a train station available ready to go. It should be full by now, I'd imagine. To bring in our aluminum ingots so then we can make our fluid tanks and then send them out. Okay, so now that I've got that all connected, I did get a little bit carried away and accidentally connected it, but that's okay. Sometimes when you get in the zone of building, you got the music going, you know, it just, the whole world slips away. You just go on to do what you want to do, you know? I don't know. What am I talking about? I have no clue. But yeah, so we've got this up here. We're actually going to make sure that all of these constructors are getting what they need. Now we are getting fluid tanks, as you can see. We are getting fluid tanks actually being built right now, which is very, very good. But I need to make sure. I definitely don't think that's enough. I think there's something wrong with some of the splitters. I was having some issues with the vertical splitters. But yeah, we'll go inside. So this elevator takes you from the train station up to the top, where you can actually get into the bottom of the fluid tank. So we'll hit the button, go on up. Alrighty. And we look at the big old tank. Yeah, unfortunately, when the camera tries to load it in, it does kind of lag a little bit. That is okay though. Alright, so we got this constructor is working, so we're going to have to check. This is how we've got it powered. So we got the elevator bringing the power through the floors and going to each one of these. And the fireworks are definitely going now. It's definitely dark. So a lot of the fireworks are going to go off. So here pretty soon we're going to have to call it, I'm sure. Okay, well, we're not getting any, only the one constructor is working. This was what I was worried about when I was trying to connect stuff. As you can see, this is not actually working like it's supposed to. Okay, so I wanted to test. If I remove that, can I then put it back? I cannot put it back. I mean, I can reconnect it there, but then... okay. Okay. Alright, well that didn't work. Yeah, there's definitely some issues with these floor holes all of a sudden. And I have no idea what it is. And why it's doing that. So I definitely connected this together properly, but it looks like it's going to make me connect this up again. I'm going to have to remove this. Right there. So yeah, gonna be very annoying hearing all those fireworks, but that's how it goes. That's why you don't record on Independence Day. Okay, that is getting instinct. It's good. All right, well, so we fixed that one. And yeah, I knew I was going to start having issues. Okay, yeah, we're definitely having issues. Alright, so splitter. It just, the way everything was being placed, it definitely had my attention. You can see it is connected to the floor hole, but I don't understand why it's not working. Before 1 point, or I was going to say before 1.1, but before they went to stable branch, this was working correctly. I don't know why it's not now. Lord. How big is that firework? It's still going. Oh, and now it's broken. What is happening right now? Why is this? It was working just a second ago. And now all of a sudden it's not working. What is happening with this? Okay, so what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to build the... I'm going to have to completely rebuild this. Because this is not going to... This is not working. Alright, so first things first. These are definitely bugged. Yeah, first things first. Let's get the splitter going correctly, like it should. Look at you. Yeah, see, this was working just a second ago until I removed it, and now it's not working at all. Again. Alright. So we're going to remove this, we're going to remove that. Yeah, I don't understand why it's not going through the floor hole. What? Is the floor holes just bugged? I think they might be. Okay, let's make sure this goes all the way to the top. Yeah, I don't want to use the elevator. Elevator would take forever. Okay, so we are getting ingots all the way to the top. All right, cool. All right, so now if I put a splitter on this. Yep, ingots are still going. Okay. So putting the splitter on is not what breaks it. I think what breaks it is that... Oh, okay. Maybe that's what caused it. I think I have my answer. Put the entire lift in first and then put the vertical splitters on it. I think what I did was I put in the lift, put the vertical splitter, and then did the next lift, and then put the vertical splitter, and then the next lift through the floor holes. and that's what bugged it out. Okay. Alright, so we're now getting ingots again. Okay. This one should be getting ingots as well. Yep. Alright, if I connect this, this should be getting ingots now. Yep, that's getting ingots. Okay, this one should be getting ingots. Yep, I bet it's the same with the, yeah, see the, this lift is not moving. So, more than likely it's also bugged. Okay, but I think I could put this floor back. And I'm just sitting here hoping and praying my game's not going to crash. But this will do the packaging stuff that we need, so we'll be good there. Okay, this is the bottom floor. Yep. All right, so I guess then, yeah, we're gonna have to remove this, remove this, remove this. We're just gonna have to go up the line. Which is kind of sad that I have to redo this all. And because it bugged out. That's okay though. No! Ooh, I didn't need to remove that. Actually, that one was fine. Well, maybe it wasn't. I don't know. I couldn't mute that one in time. That one was really loud. Are they lighting them right next to my window? What's going on here? The reason I'm not out there right now is because I'm doing this. But after I finish this episode up, then I'm gonna go join them. Go join in watching the fireworks show that our trailer park puts on. Like, wait a minute, your trailer park puts on a fireworks show? Kinda, yeah. The owner of the trailer park puts on a fireworks show. He spends so much damn money on fireworks. He actually has a fireworks dealer, by the way. He is a very specific person he goes to. And what they do is they buy fireworks in bulk. This dealer, I know it sounds bad, but it's not bad. It's just the person. What they do is they go and buy fireworks in bulk. They usually spend somewhere around $100,000, $200,000 on firework, on bulk fireworks in containers. They get them shipped to their house on semi trucks, and then they put these containers. And what they do is they go through the containers, they take it all out. And they take it into their farm. They got this big old barn, essentially, where they completely clean it out, and they'll have floors of fireworks. They'll be like a little mini store, essentially. And yeah, and the owner of the trailer park that I live in, he goes and spends like 10 grand or so on fireworks every year. And I mean every year. And he will put on a huge fireworks show for the entire trailer park for free. Yeah, you don't have to pay a dime to see it. So, not that he could really charge you anyway. I mean, he's putting on the show. Everybody's going to be able to see it just by looking out their window, you know. But yeah, he does it completely for free. You can come in, grab a hot dog, grab a hamburger. Sit down, have a good old time, and then enjoy the fireworks show. Bring your kids, that kind of stuff. Really awesome. Put in that. I think this will work this time. Now that I got the lift entirely in place. Sorry about the lag. It's unavoidable. Okay. So we are now making 500 fluid tanks a minute, which is about what I needed. I needed like 400 and some odd tanks. We're making slightly more, which is good. Oh yeah, and somebody asked me, you know, what kind of math are you using to calculate your train's distance and in items and all that? And I went, I don't know why I just thought of this, but I went, well, my numbers are all wrong anyway. See, my theory, or my way of playing this game, is the theory of overwhelm the system. Always make more than what you need. Then you never have to worry about input. You never have to worry about if you've got enough if you're already making more than enough. Now that depends on, now when it comes to trains and distance, the overwhelming the system only works if you overwhelm the system enough. You have to overwhelm it enough to where the train and the distance that the train takes doesn't matter. And that's actually kind of the reason for one of the main rules that I had for this particular challenge for the trains and stuff was to do 5-car trains, and it actually ended up helping out in making it so that I didn't have to really worry about trains too much. Or worry about trains distance too much, because I'm literally overwhelming it with 5 trains worth of stuff. So by that logic, you know, I ended up helping myself out a little bit, making the challenge slightly easier. Technically, well, making it easier and harder all at the same time. Because it's just like, well, it's easier because I don't really have to worry about trains between factories and how much I'm doing. Unless I'm in the thousands, then it kind of gets a little hairy at times to whether the train's going to be able to do enough. For that particular factory, you know, like nitrogen gas is definitely a challenge because I always end up needing thousands of it per minute. But then it's also harder at the same time because I have to build 4 5-car trains, you know. I have to design factories with 5-car trains in mind, you know, in a sense. I do have to make that happen. Because if I don't plan for that, then I end up screwing myself over like I have in the past a few times now. Oh, just a quick little reminder too, if you have not voted in the poll whether to move the power plant out into the ocean further so that we can put in more fuel generators or not, that vote is still going on. It's going to go on through the weekend, so or through the rest of this weekend. So if you want a chance to vote in that, you definitely, there's your chance, you know. If you have not yet, that is. It's over on the posts tab on my main YouTube page. There is a posts tab there, and click on the little post tab, and that'll show you all my recent posts for the channel. So if you want to check that out and vote in it, then you absolutely can. I think we ran out of aluminum ingots. Oh yeah, we have. We got a whole train full here because I haven't fully connected up everything, but yeah. And you know, I would have been drinking a little bit of fun juice tonight too if I didn't feel so crappy already. It's like I was like, no, I've already got like this like all day just been feeling nauseous, and it's just like, no, I'm good. I am good. All right, there's our ingots going in, and our fluid tanks are coming out. inside of this. So next time we'll probably finish this probably on Monday. I know we're going to be doing the big move on Monday as well. So, but yeah, we should definitely try to finish this. I want to put another blueprint down, but at the same time, I'm just like, yeah. All right, hold on. Okay, and as we finish up here, I got this little top piece here that I went ahead and put on top for now. We'll finish this up at another time, of course. But the factory is in full function now, so that's good. We just need a train to put down eventually. I'm gonna let this fill up first before we decide to put in a train, but yeah, we've got the tank factory, the fluid tank factory finished, and it is going pretty well. And yeah, with that, I do believe that is going to be it for this episode of Satisfactory. So next time or next week, of course, we're going to be revealing the results of the polls. So, you know, if you get your votes in now, if you haven't voted on that, we'll reveal the results of the poll, and we will then be moving or not moving the power station depending on what you guys voted for, and whatnot, and getting that done next week. So yeah, I do hope that once again, I do hope that you guys are having a great holiday weekend, including hopefully you had a great 4th if you celebrate it. And yeah, I hope to see you back here on Monday as well. So like I said, that is going to be it. So I do hope you enjoyed. Oh, and before you go, I'd like to give a huge shout out and thank you to all of the investors you can see on your screen right now. Seriously, thank you. You guys are awesome. It is much appreciated. And until next time, I guess it's a goodbye.